CA Technologies Chief Executive Michael Gregoire knows the importance of innovation. The Canadian native, who began his career at Ross Perot's Electronic Data Systems in the late 80s, was an early advocate of offering customers software as a service on a hosted platform. In his last job before joining CA, Gregoire was CEO of Taleo Corporation, a Silicon Valley software maker specializing in workforce recruitment that was bought in February 2012 by Oracle for $1.9 billion. This winter, the longtime technology executive met with institutional investor at CA's New York City offices to discuss his first year as CEO and his plans for growing his company. Was there any chance that you could have gone on to Oracle, or was that not really an option?
Yeah, I think so. Once you've been a public company CEO, if I wanted to work again, I'd want to work in that kind of context, in that environment. And I wasn't sure I wanted to go back and have a big operational role to begin with. I still sit on a few boards, and I thought I'd do some board work, do some angel investing, and kind of just be in and around the intelligentsia of the valley and understand net new products, help young first-time CEOs on how to scale a company, how to work with a board, how to make the right decisions between go-to-market and R&D and innovation. And I thought that would be rewarding and enlightening to me. And what I found is I just had this yearning to lead and to run a business and be in the game.
And you didn't mind moving from California?
I think it's extraordinarily important for to be very crisp on what your expectation was. They said that right up front, and I said right up front I'd think about it. So I don't think either one of us were moving off of our position, but at the end of the day, it was absolutely the right thing to do. To go do this job, you have to be 100% committed. And if I was living in California, I'm not sure the employee base would believe that I was here for the long haul and I was here and committed to going and making this happen. When you take two 14-year-old children that have a great life and 290 days of sunshine, and we saw what happened this weekend, that's a big commitment. And so
are they talking to you?
They are talking to me.
One of the things is, I live on Long Island, so I've driven past the headquarters out there. I'm not, and I've, kind of thinking to myself, how do you attract, the top, engineers, software programmers to? I mean, it's a nice area, but still, it's not Silicon Valley.
We have 6 major hubs that do pure R&D and innovation. That being one of them. And but you think of the places that we're in, they're exactly where you'd want us to be. One of the first things I did is I opened up the Silicon Valley Research Center, which is right in the heart of the valley. We have about 500 people there. It's right on the 101, big signage, and that's a place where we're doing a lot of innovation. A lot of our mobile technology is being built out of there. Austin, Texas is another place that is just a hotbed for great engineering talent. We are in Framingham in Boston, and the number of great schools and the talent in the Northeast is definitely focused in and around that area. So we are able to attract talent because we're in the right places. But if you really want to think about talent and how you get talent, it's what's their manager like? Are they good leaders? Do I trust them? Do I work on interesting work? Is the company winning or losing? In tech, you're either going up or you're going down. There is no neutral. And the best engineers, they want to work with, they want to work with and for great leaders. They want to work on the most interesting things, and they want to win. And if you can provide an environment like that, I think you have an opportunity to attract the best resources.
Where do you find growth? I mean, where's that coming from?
Well, this is the whole innovation message. We have a couple things that are unique to the CA story. One, we have this franchise in the mainframe that's about half of our revenue, and it's mission critical work, but that's a platform that's just not growing. So the whole idea there is to add enough value and add enough innovation that the current customers you have take advantage of it and feel that they're getting value and they're willing to pay for that.
Do Do you spend time thinking about what the next disruptive technology might be?
Spent a lot of time. As a matter of fact, I had breakfast with our CTO this morning. That was the topic. I've helped the company structure so we can squirrel enough capital away in our R&D budget that it can only be spent on these disruptive ideas. And we spent the morning, the early part of this morning, talking about a few of the, logs we put on that fire and how are they working out.
Any disruptive ideas you can share?
We try to hold those pretty close to the vest because, first of all, half of them aren't going to work out. I hope it's half. But, the whole idea of that group is to fail fast. Let's get a few ideas going. Let's get a small team that's very focused, and let's go see what we can do with this and go trial balloon it with a number of customers. And our velocity in which we do that has a direct correlation, I think, to our long-term growth. And that was the topic of discussion. Are we moving fast enough? And we both concluded we're not moving fast enough.
When we originally set up this interview, I looked at your bio, and then I'm not sure if this all of a sudden appeared on the bio when I just looked at it yesterday, but on the website, but it talked about your cycling. I don't know if that was there before or if I just missed it before.
No, I'm pretty passionate about cycling. We just took over the #1 amateur cycling team in California, and so if you're riding around, you'll see a ton of CA racing in California, and I'm one of the few fledgling riders here in the New York area, and we'll start to build a team that races. I've already committed to the Death Ride on the 11th of July, so that's 129 miles and 15,000 feet of climbing, and the week after that will be the Tahoe 100, which is a mountain bike race. So I'm trying to hold myself to a standard where I don't get kicked off the team for not racing enough and being the slowest guy. I am the slowest guy, but at least I'm racing.